So right now we're going to begin the reading, and we're going to pick it off on, I have a few of my poems in here, and there was one issue in my life. One of my best friends from 8th grade on was on the autism spectrum, and I saw how that label affected his entire life. And from everything from school to his home life to everything about him. And there's a poem here that I wrote that is really what, for me, this anthology is about. It's called His Disability. His disability was your excuse. His disability was why you did everything for him after his father left. Woke him up, made his bed, breakfast, lunch, dinner, did his laundry, ironed his clothes, cleaned, scrubbed, took a second job so he wouldn't have to work one, even though he's 24 and you're 65. But he can't work, right? He can't clean, he can't do his laundry. He's autistic. What do you expect? What do I expect? I don't expect anything, but I remember. I remember him in the marching band playing that trombone with more enthusiasm than more than half of his fellow musicians. I remember his dramatic readings in English class. I entertained having her flowing out of his mouth as naturally as each breath. I remember in history, he never forgot a date, could name all the presidents backwards. In science class, they might not have let him handle the chemicals anymore after that unfortunate incident with the eyebrows, but he had the entire periodic table memorized. Jim! When he got hold of the football, everyone, myself included, parted like the Red Sea for Moses. No one wanted to mess with that. We all stood out of the way of that charge. I remember his room, spotless. I remember him cleaning, taking the garbage. I remember him making his own dinner. I remember him being social as best as he could. I remember early in 8th grade, when he did something wrong, you would punish him. I remember later on in 8th grade, the punishment stopped. I remember in the middle of 8th grade when he would hum to himself and twiddle his fingers nonstop and not realize when the other kids were making fun of him for it. I remember they, the teachers, couldn't handle that he couldn't sit down for an entire period. I remember that they were clueless concerning him, and when it came time for a convenient classification, a consistently competent yet callous teacher aide uttered the possibility, maybe he's on the spectrum. His disability, you say, you proclaim. Was his disability the reason he could calculate faster in higher denominations than our TAI-83 calculators? Was his disability what put him on the honor roll? Was his disability what got him more scholarships and more colleges than our graduating classes valedictorian? Free tuition, free dorm room, meal plan, books, all bought and paid for in a package fit for a king before he set foot there, only so you could tell him, it's okay. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. You can drop out. So he did. His disability. So now he sits in his room all day long and you make his bed. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, wash his clothes, clean the bathroom after him while he does nothing. Gaining fat, gaining weight, on the computer, video games 24/7, no friends to speak of, no responsibility, productivity, life to call his own. What happens to him when you're gone? Now that you've taken off his gloves, taken him out of the ring, his muscles have atrophied, no longer able to go 10 rounds with life. Will he relearn all that you made him forget? Or will he be KO in round 1? I don't know, but don't talk to me about his disability, because I remember what I didn't stop him from doing. His disability, you exclaim. His disability. Disability defined is what gives one a disadvantage. His disability is you.